Welcome back. I really just want to give you an overview of the settlement timeline. And I know that I've got a whole module on settlement, fine, except I think it's important to understand the bigger picture when you're at this stage when you're placing an offer and how it all works. So, sample settlement timeline when placing an offer on an offer form. This is when the sales agent asks you to complete the offer form. Most home buyers do that because they don't know any better. So let's just walk through this. First, you decide what you will offer. So in previous modules, we've worked with you so that you now feel comfortable identifying what the value of the home is to you. Consider the sales process outlined by the sales agent. Each agency is different, and follow the sales agent's guidelines for making your offer. Number 2, so you determine your offer. You place the offer on a form to the sales agent. That form may be in paper. You might put it in an envelope and give it to them at the next open home. It might be that you take a photograph of it and text it to them. You could scan it and email it to them. It could be that you've just typed an email to them, but you've got all of the information from the offer form in the email. It could be that you have gone online. So, when you go to an open home and they send you the links on the text message, thank you for attending. Here is the link to the documents. You click on the link and it takes you to their website where you can see the contract, the offer form and all of that. You can fill it out that way as well. Sales agents in Brisbane often ask you to submit an offer in writing using an offer form provided by them. They want to make it simple for you. They know that if they ask you to sign a contract, it's awkward because people are like, oh, I can't sign a contract. No, I don't know what. No, my dad always told me don't sign a contract. So you balk at it. A lot of people balk at a contract. Hence, they have an offer form. However, every agency is different. Some agency will ask you to sign the contract. Call the sales agent to double check they received your offer afterwards. Number 3, counter offer. The sales agent calls you. Yay, that's good. In a hot market, that's good. In a slow market, well, you expected that. The agent may call you to tell you that the seller is considering your offer. Yay, double yay. You're going. They may wish to negotiate or may ask you to sign a contract of sale. Any number of things. Okay, so you've submitted the offer. They might say to you, oh, look, we had 3 offers come through. Yours wasn't the highest, but we're hoping that you can bump up your offer by $5,000 because the seller really likes your terms. There is no evidence in that statement that they actually do have other offers or that there is anyone who's got a higher offer than you. You don't know. You don't know. You then decide if you value that home at being $5,000 more than you offered. Quite often, if it's a seller's market, you'll put in a strong offer. No bones about it. If it's a buyer's market, you won't offer your best price straight away. You give yourself some room for negotiating. So if they ask you to sign a contract, conveyancer. If you are serious about it, you would have shown it to your conveyancer already. Get your conveyancer to peruse the contract and all of the documentation that comes with it. In August, we've got the new seller's disclosure regime, so there'll be all that with it as well, as soon as possible. And then your conveyancer will get back to you and they will have perused the contract terms. They would have included any terms that suit you. Your conveyancer will review the contract and discuss any special conditions and due diligence with you before preparing it and sending it to you for signing electronically. And once all that's happened, you sign it and it goes to the sales agent. That's what happens when you fill out one of those forms. That would be the common way for it to work. The contract is accepted by the seller. Yay! They sign it. You will receive a call from the sales agent to negotiate or to accept the contract. Once signed by both parties, the contract is in place, subject to the conditions written in the contract. They may call you to negotiate or the seller may just sign the contract as it is. So then you'll pay your deposit and you'll have your finance sorted. You will make sure that any outstanding due diligence is conducted. Your contract then goes unconditional. So once the time frame for having all of that due diligence done has happened, then it goes unconditional. And that means basically we're waiting just until we get through till settlement. There definitely can be things that can delay settlement or stop settlement in the period of time between it going unconditional and reaching settlement. And we talk about those in future modules. So if we go back to the previous page, so I created this flow chart. Yeah, it's a flow chart. I created this for the settlement module, but you can see how the first half of it actually really pertains to placing an offer. So you can get to see a taste of what's to come in the settlement module if you look at this flow chart. Anyhow, thank you for watching.